Oh, I've already had it made up here, but no, this one's a yearly transits one chart. Okay, here we go. There's a yearly, under the reports, there's this section that says yearly transits and progressions, one chart. So really, we might work with this a little bit more. And you can set the date here from 2018. So let's go back 4 years. Let's go back to 2015. Well, let's just go back a year before that just to see, to include it all. And we'll just say 2 years a page. I'll say 5 pages. So we've got 10 years. We can do it for 8 years exactly. I'm just want to show you this. You can do it for a whole lifetime. So you do it once and you have this whole calendar set up, but it organizes. It's not exactly like my 8-year graph, but it's close to it. What you get is the years set up as calendars, 2014, and on the right side is progressions. These two columns are progressions, so you're not working with those yet. But you have to be able to see transits properly before you can see it. But they do aspects that are not so critical, like they have Saturn to Jupiter, Saturn to yeah, and then there's a set, but it shows you the month. It doesn't give you the day when these aspects are exact. So when we get to 2015, we can see Saturn squaring the Mars. Saturn squaring the Mars, there it is down here. On the 8-year graph, you can see it. Then as you go ahead, you can, Uranus squares the ascendant. And it's 2016, Uranus squaring the ascendant and Neptune opposing Venus. You see this coming back and forth. So they have the aspects in here. The difficulty is they add some extra aspects that I wouldn't use, so you have to highlight them and go through it. So, but it does, it lets you do this, and you can put the history. You can, if you're working, if you get it printed on a PDF, you can go in and write the history and put an event on, like you can say, oh, this was happening, and you type a date in and say what was happening at those times, and you can fill this in. So then you have the ongoing history going on. This is very useful. I use these a lot. There's the 27, the Neptune hitting the Venus. But it only gives you the exact days, the exact times, Neptune's the Venus. So here, look at 2017. Neptune opposed Venus in February. 2017, there's January, February, March. Then you have Neptune and Venus in November twice. And here we have September to January of Neptune within a degree. So it's not exact, but it still has the exact timing. And if you allow for a month or two either side of it, you still have the main things all calculated and organized without having to take the time to do the 8-year graph. Right now, for this class, do the 8-year graph. Get used to thinking like this. Once this, I've done thousands of them like this till it became instinctive for me. And but I wanted to show that you can get this information from computers. And probably from that, you could even fill in the graph if you had to do it in a quick way. See here, there's Saturn to the Moon. I'm just trying to get one, Uranus, Pluto. Okay, so here's one Uranus opposes Neptune in 2019. I wouldn't count that. It's an inner to an outer. So but they have it there, so I can't wait it out. This program won't let you take these ones. It just takes the outer planets, conjunction squares and oppositions to the outer planets from Saturn and out. So, but it does give it to you in a very fast time, and it's easy to work with. So I just wanted to show you this. So this program came. Okay, we're in our matrix search. You go into reports, you go into yearly transits and progressions, one chart. You click on that and you get the starting date, and you can have so many years on a page. I like 2 years on a page, and then you can do 4 pages. And in a second, you got 8 years. You got your 8-year graph set up. So I wanted you to be able to see that. Time saver. But right now, for this class, I want you to work the Saturn, to work with the graphics, and to get this 8-year graph and get it so you're thinking like this, so you're expecting it and you're watching. Because these things that we're putting in here, the stuff I've edited out are marginal things that they might be happening in someone's chart, but if 5 out of 10 people, or 8 out of 10 people, you try and describe it, it wouldn't fit to them. They wouldn't see it. So these ones, anything that's going on here, the outer planets, these inners, conjunction squares and oppositions within a degree, when those are happening, people know what's happening in their life. You walk right in and you're talking about what's going on. You just have to be able to navigate through all these different challenges. So with the Pluto on the descendant, the Uranus squaring the sun, and the Saturn hitting the descendant and going to oppose the sun, okay, then you're working with your Saturn cycle, seeing the Saturn's going above the horizon. I'm trying to say, we're trying to be rich. She's not going to be retired. She's good investment for the next 15 years. So she could work and pay for anything she wants to do herself. So she's not having to worry about running out of money, running out of doing things. So I think there's bigger things. I think she still has a challenge in trying to set up her own thing, especially if it's astrology. She might have a challenge from her partner not being into it. May come something like that. I'm not sure, but that's what you don't have to know the answer. Just see these are going on, and you're walking in. Someone's walking in to talk to you, and you have to be able to walk in and talk about it and say, "This is where it's going." Then you resolve it by talking about it from her reality and your advice of what's continuing. Usually, you come to a point that's really magical and healing and helpful for a person. Okay, so I'm going to get out of these. That's pretty well it for today. I want to pull up the chart for next week just so I show it to you. Okay, we're up there. We're going to 6. Going to here, 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 down to RASA, to the webinars, webinar 7, case study 7. Okay, here's our chart for next week. And this is a woman's chart, and Libra, Taurus moon, it's October 4th, 55. Okay, so here's the chart we're working with next week. And oh yeah, we're just a little bit over, not much. That's good. Okay, so thank you. And I'll see you next week. Okay, good night.